Today's topic relates to Arizona's new laws regarding civilian investigations into police officers. Specifically, I'll go over HB 2567 and HB 2462, two bills signed by Governor Ducey this year that impact the composition and requirements for civilian review boards. I'm Steve Serbalik, and I'm a panel attorney for ASCOPS in Arizona. As always, this is a topic summary and not legal advice. HB 2567 relates to the required composition of any review board. It states that notwithstanding any other law, at least 2/3 of the voting membership of any governmental committee, board, or entity that investigates law enforcement misconduct that influences the conduct or certifies law enforcement officer misconduct investigations, that recommends disciplinary actions or imposes discipline must be as post certified and must be from the same department or agency as the officer who's the subject of the investigation or disciplinary action. If the committee, board, or entity does not meet the statutory requirements, the department or agency head may act independently of the committee, board, or entity. It also exempts entities like civil service boards or merit commissions that do not determine the initial level of discipline and that do not have the authority to increase the severity of the disciplinary action. And it doesn't apply to the as-post board itself. Second, HB 2462 creates mandatory training requirements for the civilians that may be appointed to any civilian review board. Before a review board member can be appointed, they must either complete a community college police academy or a total of 80 hours of as-post certified training in the following 7 areas. 1. Arizona law on the use of force justification. 2. Dynamics of use of force encounters. 3. Dynamics of de-escalation. 4. Body-worn camera capabilities and limitations. 5. In-custody deaths. 6. Criminal and administrative investigations and representative due process. And 7, 20 hours of simulated law enforcement training, which counts towards a total of 80 hours required. Members already serving on civilian review boards must complete the training within 1 year of the generally effective date, so by September 2022. For the purposes of the law, a civilian review board is a committee that's comprised entirely or partially of civilian appointees and that does any of the following 4 things. 1, receives community complaints about the actions taken by employees of a state or local law enforcement agency. 2, reviews, monitors, audits, or participates in internal investigations of employees of state or local law enforcement agencies. 3, recommends policy changes or disciplinary measures to state or local law enforcement agencies regarding actions taken by an employee of the agency. Or 4, issues, reports, or information about actions taken by employees of a state or local law enforcement agency. Putting all of this together, if a government entity in Arizona wants to have a review board to examine officer misconduct, that board must be composed of at least 2/3 certified peace officers, and the remaining third may be civilians who underwent at least 80 hours of training related to the expectations of law enforcement officers. Additionally, HB 2567 applies to any entity that investigates officer misconduct, which, in my opinion, would prevent a city or county from trying to skirt the requirements that reviews be conducted by properly trained individuals by simply not calling the investigating body a civilian review board. Now that we're talking about my opinion, these laws make sense and are consistent with how other professional entities regulate conduct. As I discussed in prior videos, as a lawyer and member of the Arizona Bar, if I'm alleged to have engaged in professional misconduct, that misconduct allegation is heard by a committee composed primarily of lawyers. If doctors are accused of professional misconduct, the committee that reviews the actions of doctors are, of course, primarily consisting of doctors. It doesn't make sense for people that don't know the expectations of a profession to dominate the review process. Good investigations require a good understanding of what the job is in order to be fair. If you have specific concerns about how your agency's existing or proposed review boards or entities might comply with state law, you should contact a lawyer. But if it involves the 2 laws discussed in this video, you'll need to wait until the law takes effect, which, again, doesn't happen until September 2021. Organizations like ASCOPS and lawyers like me are here to help. If you have questions or comments, please leave them down below. Like this video to help out my channel. Please also hit the notification bell and subscribe so that you know when videos are released. Videos are posted every Sunday at 5:30 p.m. Arizona time. I'm Steve Serbalik. Thanks for watching and stay safe out there.